Good afternoon, traders. Locks here with another video tutorial. And today I'm going to show you how to get set up as a new member of the VIP trading group with ALGX Trading. So if you're a subscriber to my Patreon and you have access to my indicators, this video is for you to get started if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so first off, the Giga Kaleidoscope Modularized Trading System, or the GKD system, is a chained indicator backtesting system. All right. And what that means is we can take an indicator like Fischer transform or RSI or MACD, and we can apply some filtering to it to make it better. And then once we run that through a backtest, you can see where the trades were executed. And that will give you the backtest results to show you whether or not that indicator is worthwhile to be used in your trading system. All right. So when you're first getting started with the GKD system, the easiest way to go so you have a working system up and ready, and it's actually one of the most popular systems, is to set up a solo confirmation complex backtest using Fischer transform, the baseline set to whole moving average, and the Hurst exponent for volatility filtering. All right, so we're going to do that. We go into the setting to the indicators and we type in GKD BT. We find the backtest solo confirmation complex backtest right there. We type in GKDB for baseline, pull up the baseline, GKDC for Fischer, Fischer transform, and then GKDV for Hurst, GKDVH. There we go. We have everything on the screen. Now, with the updates to the GKD system and the new backtests, all right, to address that, in a video prior to this that I sent out yesterday, I showed how to set up the solo confirmation complex backtest using Fischer transform, but they were with different settings. The Fischer transform has since been updated, and the update is this, and this will be the same with every confirmation indicator. You don't have to go into the Fischer transform anymore and pull this drop down to select anything. It comes already set up. The only time that you would change this is if you were using Fischer transform as a continuation indicator in the super complex or the full GKD backtest, but that's another video. All right. So when you add these to the screen now, you don't have to change anything. If, for example, we were to pull up a different C indicator, which is a confirmation indicator, let's see what that looks like so you can see the difference. Because Fischer transform has been updated, but the other ones have not been updated. So if you use anything other than the Fischer transform for the GKDC indicator, it will look a little bit different. And I'll show you those differences now. In the GKDC angle of average, you'll notice that it has this massive drop down box, right? In most of the indicators right now that are C indicators, you're going to have to go in and select GDK new. All right. For Fischer transform and the ones that get updated, that's removed, and now all it is confirmation and continuation. And because it's already on confirmation by default, you don't have to change anything. All right. So keep that in mind. With the Fischer transform, you just drop it on the screen and it's ready to go. Now let's go into the back test and change a few things. We're going to have to import these values. We're going to import the baseline, the Fischer transform, and the Hurst exponent. So GKD baseline indicator. The value you're going to import, as I've shown in previous videos, is input into new GKD BT backtest. Very easy. For the volatility and volume, you're going to import or input into new GKD BT backtest. GKDV Hurst exponent matches GKDV right there. So make sure the acronyms match, and you'll get that verification: GDKV, GDKV, GDKB, GKDB. All right. Then we have the confirmation indicator, which is Fischer transform. You find Fischer transform right here, GKDC Fischer transform, input into new GKD BT backtest. Very simple. All right, there we have it. And the backtest is defaulted to full and long. And this means that it's only going to take long signals, and it's going to take all long signals, but only if you change this value here. This value is how many orders can be open at the same time. So sometimes it'll take a long signal and it won't exit that signal, and another long signal will come in. And to test every single long signal that qualifies, you want to put this number up to something like, I don't know, 3 orders at a time. I just put 33, for example, so I catch all of them, even though it will never open 33 orders at the same time. All right. And it's not at the same time, it's consecutive signals. So that's what we're dealing with. All right. So we have that set up. We hit OK. And there we go. We have our full back test on the screen. It's just testing longs. If you want to test shorts, you come in here and you test shorts. All right. And then it switches it up and you'll see now it's testing all the shorts. All right. So it has 21 shorts within the same time frame as 21 or 18 longs. And you can see the time frame is from 2018 onward. And that's the default settings. Now, I'm going to change one thing in here also, just for the purposes of this video. But you don't have to change this yourself. It's up to you. But I'm going to change this to special. So I went into the baseline and changed the trigger type to special. And then I'm going to show you a couple of back tests with this, and then why I would use this as your first setup for the GKD system. All right. First off, this is very easy to build. Secondly, Fischer Transform is very popular, along with the baseline right here, set the whole moving average type 1. All right. This is a very popular setup with folks who trade the daily time frames and are using a system that's a volatility based trading system like Giga Kaleidoscope modularized trading. This comes from basically a type of trading called no nonsense forex. You could also call it that. But that's a popular combination of using HMA with the Fischer transform. They don't necessarily use the Hurst exponent, but we are here. A lot of people instead use Wada Atar, but Hurst exponent performs better than Wada Atar on cryptocurrency. All right, and that's all we're going to test today. So we come up here, we have our cryptocurrency list. We're going to burn through this and see what we can figure out. Okay, so we have 66.67% profit on those trades. Now let's make this window a little bit bigger so we see where we're going on. We're going to the settings, the UI options inside of the backtest, and we're going to unselect the last confirmed closed candle volatility panel. We don't care. We're going to turn that off too, and we're going to turn off show last confirmed closed candle, take profit and stop loss. And we're going to increase the size of the text so we can see it to something larger. All right, so now we just have the back test results, right? We could also look at the back test results here if we wanted to, right? But it's just set up right here. It's just easier to look at it right here. All right. So let's buzz through a couple more of these cryptocurrencies. We're looking at the percent profitable and the profit factor, right? And that's okay, but the profit factor is negative. Let's see if we can find some positive ones. There we go. We have 100% on that one. Nice. No trades on that one at all. That's only one trade there, but it's 100% profitable. That's not enough sample size to be worthwhile, but it shows you what you'd kind of be looking for. 75% hit rate, 75% profitable, 15% profit factor. Great. Not great. Not great. Not great. There's no trades there. Another 100%. Another 100%, but only one trade closed. 50%. All right, so now that we have those, we ended right here around Alice. Let's try something new. Let's remove some of those. You saw, a good portion of those had some trades that were worthwhile. We're going to go back into the baseline and change something back. We're going to keep it at the default. The default was source. Let's see if that helps us out a little bit. Okay, that one's worse. That was a 2.0 profit factor, 60% hit. That's nice. Another 100%, 83%, 3.9, 55 and 1, and 80% and 16. Cool. 38, not good. 50, not good. 50 and 2.0, that's fine. 87, that passes, even though the profit factor is terrible. Not good. Not good. Not good. So we had a few more enter there. I don't remember a count last time, but you can see how things changed immediately by just changing one setting in the baseline, right? So you'll have to go through and find out which settings are best for you. But with this setup right here, you'll capture probably around 50% of cryptocurrency despite the settings change inside of the baseline. And you'll have to determine if that's good enough for what you find acceptable. If you find that it's acceptable, that it's 75% hit rate and around 2.0 profit factor, either of those shows up, then maybe that's a great system for you. If you find a setup on cryptocurrency daily trades that is, 75% hit rate across 80% of cryptocurrency pairs, then you've got a great system, right? The idea is to try to find a robust system that models a certain type of ticker, cryptocurrency, forex stocks very well, and then to use that or modify it further with different types of backtests or the full GKD system backtest to find something even more robust that helps you out even more. All right, so the sky's the limit with the GKD system, but this is the way I would get started: is just use the solo confirmation complex with a baseline HMA, Fischer transform, and the Hurst exponent. That's it for now, guys. I will talk to you again soon. If you have any questions, contact me.